Hi, welcome to Simon's Training Solutions. Today we're going to look at personal branding. You can always follow me on my Twitter page, Instagram page, Facebook, LinkedIn, and on my website. So what is personal branding? Personal branding is a process of creating a powerful, well-defined, positive idea about an individual that will come to mind whenever any person thinks of that particular individual. It's the public perception of a person's personality, skills, or values. So what comes to your mind when I talk of these people, when I just mention them? When I mention the person you admire most, what do you think of him? When I mention your boss, what do you think? And when I mention the direct reports, those who report to you, what do you think of them? Generally, what you've just thought of is their value or their brand. That is how they have created their brand, and that is how you see them. And in their brand, they're just focused on their appearance, their personality, their competencies, and also their strength. These are the combinations that makes up their brand. Now, personal branding is unavoidable since others will automatically give you labels in any interaction they have with you. How do you brand yourself? Assuming that people, yes, we're going to brand you, but how do you brand yourself? You can always brand yourself by sending good emails. So the kind of emails you send will determine your brand. So the kind of conversation you're going to have with your family and friends will also determine your brand. So the kind of dressing that you're going to have together with the food that you eat will also determine your brand. And also, if your presence online, that is Instagram and Twitter, these are actually your brands. So personal branding consists of 4 elements. Your personality, which should correlate to the brand that you want people to see in you. So your personality also should be focused on the kind of brand that you want. The competencies, that is a combination of your hard and soft skills, should also focus on the brand that you want to have. Your appearance also should be more focused on the personal brand that you want to have, and also the differentiation. When people see you, they will see your brand, and the brand that you have will differentiate you with the rest of the competitors. So in the business world, daily, someone wants to take a job, your evaluation is being done daily. Discussion on your ability to do the job is being looked into by the management and external parties. The industry competitors and products are evolving. Trends keep changing. Demands change. The economy is also changing. Loyalties keep changing. So, with all this, what will make you different from the rest of the world, despite the challenges I've just mentioned? Your brand is the only thing that can make you different from the rest. Now, how do you create your brand to make the difference? Have a professional presence online. Create a website or a blog. Open a LinkedIn page, Twitter page, or Facebook or Instagram page. Write articles or blogs and post in all the social network platforms and websites. Be a teacher or a trainer. Create videos online. Participate on a panel or speak at a conference. Volunteer for projects at work. Volunteer for projects outside work. And finally, be a freelancer. So you can use all these 10 examples that I've given to create a brand. Now, what are some of the steps of creating a brand? Number 1, determine who you are. What have you specialized on that you can be able to give to people that makes you different from the rest of the team? Once you have identified what you're specialized on, determine what you do. That is, what kind of service are you going to offer that is different from the rest? Again, you need to also determine the audience that you're going to sell the service to. And then finally, you need to manage your brand. So these are the steps that you need to follow to be able to come up with a very good brand. So any professional needs to have various social media pages. To start with, LinkedIn is key for a career individual or even a business person You need to have a LinkedIn page whereby you display what you've always been doing and what you're doing, the books you're reading, and the interaction that you're having. Anything that you've done new, you need to also update it on your LinkedIn page. You need to have a blog. You need to have at least a YouTube page, Twitter page, Facebook, or even Google Plus. These are key. So you need to have them. These ones represent who you are. Employers usually look at these pages to see if there's any difference between the curriculum vitae that you have sent them or the resumes that you have sent them with what you really or who you really are on your social media handle pages. So it's key that you work on these pages and make them represent you. So it's very important for you to focus on this. So you get to be in control of people's impression about you through these social media pages. So put something on there that will represent you. So on social media, there are 6 steps, 6-step connector plan. Number one, because we're talking of social media, you need to define your brand in the social media page so that people get to understand who you are. Again, create identity. Whenever people think of that particular idea that you have created, the brand that you've created, people are going to always think of you. Then create social spaces. That is, come up with various social media handles that can be able to assist you spread or even advertise your brand. That is, we're talking of Instagram, Twitter, all those can help you be able to make people get to know who you are. Then create content on those social media handles. It's key, and they should always rhyme so that none of them should conflict the other. And also grow your connections. Once people have started tagging you to become friends, keep growing the connection so that you have so many people who are following you. And then finally, nurture the community. That is, nurture the people who have followed you by giving them information that will make them always want to follow you all the time. This is brand, personal branding. So if you have a good brand, you'll have many people following you. Now, what are some of the characteristics of a good personal brand? You need to be credible. When somebody thinks of your brand, they will think of credibility because they know this particular individual is very credible. He cannot play around. You also need to be very loyal. Loyalty is key for you to succeed in any business. You also need to have authenticity. You come clear of things and you don't have anything that is hidden. Then there's consistency. Your brand also represents that. You need to always be giving out the right service without any backfall in terms of providing the right service that is required. So consistency in offering the right service will always make your brand be good. Then a good brand has this something called positive interactions, whereby whenever people think of you or even talk of you, they always hear positive views and points about you or issues that you have done so good. So it should always be this good. So make sure that your brand correlates to these characteristics: credibility, loyalty, authenticity, consistency, and also positive interaction. It's key. Now, I'll be just touching on the 10 ways in which we do communication, and they're key when it comes to branding, personal branding. Remember, personal branding is who you are and how you communicate, and whatever you say, in whichever way, you're still branding yourself. So when you talk of talking one-on-one, you're branding yourself. How do you express yourself before people? Video chat, how do you express yourself when you're talking to the other person on the other end on video chat? How do you express yourself when you're talking to a person on the phone? How do you express yourself in the letters that you write? How do you express yourself when you're writing a message? So this is key. How you express yourself is your brand. Again, how do you express yourself when you're writing an email? How do you express yourself in your Facebook page? Are you different from the real person? Is it different from the real person? How do you express yourself in your Twitter page? In your LinkedIn page, does it really represent you and your profession? And finally, on your Instagram page, does it represent you? So all these need to represent who you are and your brand. So it's key for you to make sure that all of them have been refined and they talk the same language. So what are some of the benefits of personal branding, specifically when it comes to recruiters, because recruiters look for this. When it comes to personal branding, it differentiates you from the other competitors. It gives out confidence in your abilities that you own. And through these pages, the recruiter will be able to see the abilities or qualities that you have that the other competitors don't have. It also increases your visibility and presence through these social handle pages and all the other pages. People get to see who you are and what you've been doing. So you become more visible. And recruiters love people who are more visible and can be able to see the value that they will bring once they join the organization. It also makes you achieve your goal and objectives. That is through this social media handle, you can be able to get the right job that you have always wanted. And also the company will also be happy because they have gotten the right employee that they have always wanted. So you want to look at what personal branding does to you as an individual. Once you have worked on it and you have refined it, what does it do to you? Number one, it establishes yourself, that is you, as an expert in a chosen field. You have refined your brand, now people see you as an expert. It builds that social reputation within the industry, solid reputation. Whenever people think of you, they see an individual who is going to perform when given a task, and it uplifts your name in the industry that you belong. It also increases your visibility and improves your perceived value in the marketplace. So people get to know who you are, and you get to have so many followers. And also, how does it improve your perceived value? People used to think of you in a certain way, but right now they have seen what you can do, and the value that the way they used to think of you now changes, and now they look at you positively, and you become somebody special and very expensive in the society. So remember, it will take you time to create a brand. It might even take you 3-4 years, but you can break it within seconds. So it's key that you maintain it. You have to be very patient for you to create a good brand, and also put effort in making this brand. Just the same way as companies create their own brand and spoil them within 2 days, you also are a brand. So you need to follow the same principle of maintaining your brand. William Aruda and Kristen Dixon once said, the more you work towards credibility and visibility in your profession, the quicker you enter that inner circle in your department, in your company, and ultimately in your industry. So remember this too. You can be the best in the world, but it won't matter unless people notice you. So create a brand that will show people who you really are. So I want to say thank you very much for listening in. You can always follow me on my Twitter page, Instagram page, Facebook, LinkedIn, on my website to get more info. And also don't forget to subscribe once to get more trainings on the same. Thank you.